In Corona Kitchen, we do a baked macaroni and cheese. Here are the ingredients you will need. And this is the list of ingredients. I'm doubling it. And then I'll walk you through it here in a little bit. First, I'm going to make the pasta. You don't need to watch that. All right, guys, welcome back to Corona Kitchen. Sorry, I got a bad angle on my camera. I'm working with it. I got a new camera stand coming. But let's get to this baked macaroni and cheese. First, big bowl. 1 whole box of pasta. One whole box of pasta. We're going to do 4 tablespoons of butter. One, two, three, four. Put it right there. Mix these 4 tablespoons of butter in here. Let that melt in there. We're going to push this off to the side and let all that melt. In another bowl, we're going to do 5 eggs, minus the shell. Next, you're going to add 20 ounces of evaporated milk. These cans are 12 ounces, so it's almost 2 of these big cans, or you can buy the little cans. And remember, if you're going to make a smaller batch of this, you can do it and just cut everything in half. And actually, the recipe I have is I'm doubling it. So that's 1 of those. We'll need another 8 ounces of evaporated milk. Don't forget to shake these well, which I did. It's evaporated milk. Probably good. You can get a fork here to stir this up. You can use a whisk, use a fork, whatever floats your boat. I think my whisk is in the dishwasher. So we're gonna go with this. I think I need a new whisk. If anybody feels like it, you can send me some utensils. A whisk is on my wish list. Next, you're gonna go with 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard. Two tablespoons of yellow mustard. We're just going to wing it and guess it. Looks like 2 tablespoons to me. Calls for 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. That looks like 2. And an 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Let's get all this mixed up. That mustard mixed in there. It's a great dish everybody loves, and don't forget to do what I did. Preheat your oven to 350. I forgot to do that. Some great cook I am. Alright, we got that all mixed up. Pulled out paprika. I need cayenne. And over here in my little pantry, I don't know if I have any cayenne left. I think I might have used it all. Alright, a little bit of cayenne pepper. It says 1/8 of a teaspoon, so it's actually 1/4 of a teaspoon. that up real good. For you guys that don't like the little bite to it, you don't have to add the cayenne. That's totally preference, but that's the recipe I've always made. It's pretty good. Then we need to add our cheese. This calls for 5 cups of cheese. I don't think I'm gonna go with the whole 5 cups, but we'll see what happens. Mix this up too a little bit here. Got butter melted in there. Now it's been sitting there for a while. I like to dump a little bit of my cheese in here first. If I can get this silly bag open. Dump a little bit of cheese in here. If you don't like cheese, this is not a meal for you or a side dish. This reheats very well too. I don't put all the cheese in at one time. I save some to put on top. So it calls for 5 cups of cheese. I'm gonna do 4, not counting the scrap bag I had. Just put probably half this bag. We're probably about close to 4 cups in there now. Then I take my mix, pour it in there. That in there. Mix that around good and get everything all lubed up. Liquid in the noodles, the cheese dispersed. Push that off to the side and get rid of some of this garbage here real quick. All right, then we're gonna grab our baking dish. 9 by 13. Remember, if you're gonna do half of this, you can do it in an 8 by 8. We're gonna do a 9 by 13. Sorry, I didn't realize that fan was going the whole time. I wish I could find my cooking spray. I don't know where it disappeared to. It's usually front and center, but I believe it is MIA. So since I can't find my cooking spray, when my helper, my wife, she knew right where it was. I'm just gonna spray this dish, just keep it from sticking. You don't have to, but I like to. Then we're gonna take and we're gonna pour this lovely mixture right in there. All that yummy goodness in there. Fan that out a little bit. Get the rest of that. Cheap. I'm gonna use a spatula. I want to get all this liquid out of here because I think every bit helps. You don't have to be as frugal as me when it comes to this stuff, but also makes cleanup for my wife a little easier. All right, so we got that all mixed in there nicely. Everything's like it's got plenty of love on it. Then we're gonna add, let's add a little more cheese and mix it in first. We like it cheesy. Add a little extra cheese to that there. Mix that in real quick. All right, I'm gonna fan this out. I'm gonna make it nice and flat. I'm gonna come back over here. I'm gonna take the rest of my cheese. I'm gonna sprinkle that right across the top. Like so. A little bit more cheese, and then I add a little extra kicker to this. I'll show it to you in a second here. You don't have to do it, but I like to. It gives it a little crunch on top. I'm gonna add some breadcrumbs and a little bit of Parmesan to the top. Did somebody say cheese? All right, that's plenty of cheese. That's like 5.5 cups of cheese. And I got to go into my refrigerator, somewhere in the very back of this refrigerator. Oh, I hope I can climb out. All right, I got that. Now, if I can just find my breadcrumbs, which are, of course, everything you need is never right where you need it. When you don't need it, it's right up front. So I like to take a little bit of breadcrumbs and just sprinkle them on here. Adds a little crunch to the top. I think it makes it taste good. Little tricks you learn from your mom. Some people call this a Bahamian style mac and cheese or Caribbean style. You can add whatever you want. You can add jalapenos to it. You could add sausage. I mean, the sky's the limit. Take it where you want. I'm trying to keep it so my kids will eat it too. And I just take a little bit of parm and shake that on there. Not too much, just a little bit. You get it to come out. There we go. A little bit of parm on there. And then into the oven. Goes in the oven, bake at 350 for 1 hour. You can put it in the oven, bake it at 350 for 1 hour. I'll show you guys what it looks like when it comes out. All right, guys, it's been an hour. Our mac and cheese is done. Let's see how it looks. God, that looks amazing. And there you have it. There's my mac and cheese. We'll let it cool a minute. We'll cut it up, and that'll be it.